Duncan. Steve's still on, or did he drop off?
Steve's on.
Okay, Duncan? No, he's here. All right. Farley, here. Gabriel? Here. Kramer? Here. Whitehead?
Here.
Looks like the video dropped back off. We'll see change. With our civility pledge, we pledge to promote civility by listening, being respectful of others, and acknowledging that we are all striving to support and improve our community. Perfecting and improving the agenda, Cammy, any changes tonight?
No changes.
I'll move to perfect and approve the agenda.
All right, Duncan?
You were
Yes.
muted.
Farley?
Yes.
Gabriel?
Yes.
Kramer? Yes. Whitehead?
Yes.
Next is citizen speak.
I don't know why they can't
Time
see
for
you.
Anybody to speak on any non-agenda items? Adam on the agenda item here. If there's anything else that you'd like to, well. Very good. Next we'll look to consent agenda. So that is approval of minutes from January 8th, 2025 meeting, approval of list of bills, the treasurer's report and transfers. I believe there's one building permit that Sue sent out to us.
I'll move to consent the agenda.
Second. Duncan?
Yes.
Farley?
Yes.
Gabriel?
Yes.
Kramer? Yes. Whitehead?
Yes.
Takes us to the Public Works Director report. Scott? No report. All right. City engineer, is Dave have anything or is he
Dave is
calling?
on.
All right, Dave, city engineer report?
Yes, I'm on. I don't have anything other than what's on the agenda. We'll be setting the bid date and public hearing for Prairie Drive. So that's really the only thing I have current.
All right, thanks, Dave. Kevin?
Nothing.
All right, and is Rod still on?
Rod is on.
All right, Rod, welcome. As our liaison this year, we're excited to have you.
Thanks. Nice to be here.
Is there,
Go ahead, Dan.
anything you have for us tonight?
The only thing I wanted to mention, I guess, is that as you folks know, there have been quite a few traffic accidents recently at the corner of Highway 1 and 140th Street north of Solon, a couple of which were deadly. And I just wanted to let you know that your fire department has been working a little bit with our secondary roads folks and folks from the DOT to see if there is something going on there. There's nothing obvious, from in terms of the way that either the road or 140th or Highway 1 looks or drives. There's nothing that is wrong with either road. So we're not really sure if this is just bad luck and coincidence or if there's something going on, but I wanted to make sure that you knew that we were doing some investigation and really all the lead there will be done by the DOT.
Okay. Yeah, that's something I know that we had discussed at the fire agency as well, not knowing if rumble strips or something to get one's attention as, especially in the evening, going to the west, you're looking right into the sun with that. So appreciate the update on that and excited to see that hopefully we'll get some progress on that.
Yeah, don't know what will come of it, but it's at least being discussed. And that's all I really have. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Rod.
you, Rod.
That takes us to old business, and this is ordinance number 490, rezoning Trail Ridge Estates, the second reading. Any updates from the first reading?
No, this is the rezoning that just really aligns the actual zoning with the updated preliminary plans.
I'll move to approve ordinance 490.
Thank you. Duncan?
Yes.
Farley?
Yes.
Gabriel?
Yes.
Kramer? Yes. Whitehead?
Yes.
Takes us to new business, item 13, is the American Legion presentation, the Global War on Terror Wall of Remembrance. Hand it over to Adam.
Oh, jeez. Would it be beneficial to,
I got it up on the screen, but
should I?
Absolutely, yeah, go ahead and hand those out, and I got the presentation on the screen that you,
Okay, while I do this, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Adam Hopp, commander of the Solon Legion. And I want to say thank you. I know you guys have a lot of budget items on the agenda for tonight and probably the next upcoming weeks. And thank you for letting us get this in because this is something we're really excited about. And I'll start off by saying that this is something that has directly affected me and my family. And it means a lot to me. Proud to be a member of the community and the work that we're doing up at the Solon Legion. And if I get too into reading off the notes that I have in here, it's because I'm nervous and I want to make sure that I'm portraying at least a glimpse of the heart that we plan to put into this event. So to start off, the flyer on the first slide is what we intend to put out to give people, save the date and start getting everybody in the know of this event as soon as possible. I preemptively put the City of Solon logo on the bottom, anticipating your logistic and possible financial support that can be adjusted afterwards, depending on what you guys think of this. But that's just a kind of a snapshot. That flyer is just, it's modifiable, but that's what we're gonna start with if you guys like this idea. The next slide is one side of the wall. And like I said, I'm gonna probably revert to my notes. One side of the wall lists the names of and honors the thousands of fallen during the global war on terror, spanning from the bombing of the Beirut barracks in 1983 that killed 240 U.S. service members to the withdrawal from Afghanistan in 2021. And on the other side of the wall is basically a timeline of events, high notes, basically explaining to the public different events throughout the big long span of the global war on terror. Just to give you kind of a idea of the concept of operations, you all probably were here and saw what we did when we brought the Vietnam moving wall to Solon. Same venue, the Legion Field, right there is what we did with the Vietnam wall. It was a 250-foot long. We split it to conform to the area 125 by 25. This one is only 150, so we are forced to do it linearly, and that's just our initial idea on how we're gonna do that. Timeline and special features. The morning of September 18th, so that's when we're gonna bring the wall in. We're gonna intercept the host, the company. It's a personal company that built this thing and offers it. We're gonna intercept them at LeClaire and working already with some really good groups that have already done escort work like this before. When there's ever a welcome home ceremony or anything big on the military or governmental side, this is the guy that they call, and he expects this to be 500 to 700 motorcycles / vehicles. And I anticipate it to be the biggest escort in Iowa for 2025. And we haven't contacted them, but I would like to rope in the Solon Fire Department once we get local to, have them bring in the fire trucks and do special stuff on our local side of things, just to get more local town impact. Intend to reach out to veteran support organizations such as Salute to the Fallen Foundation, which is who has a lot of experience with escort business. Johnson County VA was a support vehicle for supporting anybody that's having a tough time and wanting to talk to somebody. They've already reached out, offered that service. And Seal Family Legacy, among others. Intend to activate the Iowa National Guard for support, stuff like static displays. We can talk more about placement of that, but I think it would be beneficial and to put military Milvics and equipment with personnel to explain so that families and friends that come to see their fallen on the wall can get a better idea of what they actually did for work, stuff like that. can't help but get excited about flyovers, and we'll skip down a couple lines, playing taps every night at 5:30. It's kind of my intent to add that before or after taps, having flyovers, whether it's helicopters, rotary wing, or fixed air, would be very impactful, I believe. And key military personnel that we have direct contact with, and we can probably get them involved with us as well. Planning on at least having one formal ceremony, something like a Saturday night when more people are free. I know this is during the school year, but something like a Memorial Day ceremony, Veterans Day ceremony, to kind of formalize it and bring the community in, show, explain what it's all about. Our color guard can facilitate that along with the Solon High School band, and maybe some key Iowa National Guard, some key leaders, big bosses, whatever. And throughout the event, we will host at our Legion kind of a breathing room so that people have a place to go and lounge and converse, camaraderie, and we'll offer food up at the Legion every day during the event. The next slide with notes is just some tidbits that we've either been working on or we've got in the back of our minds. On the escort, there's probably concerns about safety, and know that we will have that absolutely covered. County law enforcement through each county on the way here will provide roadblocks and additional safety considerations for the escort. We've already deconflicted with the Black and Orange and Solon baseball clubs to ensure there isn't clashing and them using the field when we're trying to do this event. We don't foresee the need for any permits. We're not going to be selling anything down there or any other need for permits. Shouldn't be any city road closures at this time, and we're not, but if you want us to provide or submit an event application, by all means, just let us know and we'll whip it out, no problem. Some things that we are gonna need to coordinate, or probably additional parking. This is gonna be a big event, and we'll try to minimize it during the weekdays, because I know, like I said, school's going on, but this is something that we're gonna try to turn into something big, beneficial for veterans and our community. And eventually that's something we're gonna have to look at, is additional parking, whatnot. We've got a little bit of room up by our Legion shed and that adjacent parking area to the memorial, but I can see it get bigger, a lot bigger than that. And then the last part, the cost to host the wall is $5,530 plus additional for lodging, per diem, etc. We could handle that on our own, but I think this is going to bring such an economic impact and just a good event for the entire area, reaching probably further than Iowa, that the city of Solon economically, and I've heard a lot recently about how our Legion is doing such great things, and that's directly a result of the surrounding community. You know, it's not just us. If we hear good things, it's because we're doing things right as a community. So just a little pitch there, I guess, for that. Kind of awkward, sorry. And then in closing, this event will not only benefit the veteran community, but also to the Solon community, as we anticipate it bringing thousands of guests and many different organizations, media, and key leaders to town. It's already been leaked a little bit, and right away KCRG reached out wanting to get involved. So trust me when I say that we can handle this. It can turn into something big, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to move forward at all without your guys' support. And that's why I'm standing here right now. We believe this event will not only be an invaluable healing tool and an opportunity to reinstill pride for all who were affected, but will also provide an opportunity to form new bonds with like-minded individuals and organizations that will strengthen all of our groups to offer even more support to our nation's veterans. So I guess at this point, we're just excited to hear your thoughts so that we can move forward in providing what we believe is going to be the biggest cornerstone event for the Solon community of 2025.
Are there any concerns? I thought when the Vietnam Wall came in, that things seemed to go very smooth. It was great to have in town. I think this would be an awesome add, and just, it's another thing where I feel like there's a lot of pride in this town already. An event like this just adds to that, where it is a community event with that. From a logistics standpoint, are there any concerns that Cammy,
As far as the calendar, I'd have to look and just to make sure there isn't any other special events already planned. Walk runs, bike rides, things like that. So we'll look at our events. Really, the bulk of the Vietnam Wall fell on Scott and his crew. So really from a logistics standpoint,
Yeah, we spent, I believe it was $1,300. We took the fence down ourselves. Are you planning on doing that again?
To make this happen, we'll do anything that would otherwise impact you in a negative way.
No, I'm just saying, are you gonna want that again?
Yeah, if you go back a couple of slides,
yeah,
or not,
I-
the intent is to make the same setup, but instead of having the Vietnam Wall in a V, we'll have the GWAT wall in a straight line. So taking the same fencing down and putting the wall in the same spot. So it would require taking the fencing down. Our people can do that. What we might need is the moving of bleachers and same stuff that you did before, but if it's too much of a burden, we believe that this is gonna be such an impactful event that we'll do more than we did last time in order to make it happen.
I don't see any problem with Public Works helping out in any way. And that's what we did before, so we did pay for the fence to get put back. We had a fence company come in and do that. I believe it was $1,300.
It's certainly welcome to the event, and I'm glad we were participating and glad we can help out. Yep.
Lauren or Steve, any comments?
I think this is great. My daughter just finished doing a project on September 11th for the first time. She really got into it. So I think this would be great for our youth. So
Hey,
I'm very excited.
good. My only concern with the timing of it was, the Vietnam Wall was during the summer and there was no conflict with being during school. But today I had a good idea that we'll have a history and Americanism lesson right out front. And maybe it's something we can incorporate into the school system to, hey, quick field trip, just a couple blocks away and
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. Yes, I think that's wonderful.
always thinking positive. There's a way around anything that anybody might think is a negative impact of this. And being during the school year, I thought of that as a positive impact.
I think it sounds like we're good to move forward with everything on it. Scott would probably be your primary contact with
Excellent.
the work on everything. Thank you for all the legwork on this and coming and sharing with us.
Yes, sir.
Are there anything else for next steps?
I don't think so. I think I was just looking for the council's blessing, and it sounds like you have it.
Excellent.
Yep.
Thank
Yes.
you
Yeah.
for helping us move forward with this. We're super excited. And anything that you need from us moving forward, contact us. You know how to get a hold of us. And we're gonna make it a great event. And I'll get out of here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
I tried
Thank you.
not to drag it out too long. I know you guys are a lot of stuff.
Great. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you, guys.
That takes us to item 14, resolution 2508, the 2 Mile Fringe area preliminary and final plat, Sand Hill subdivision.
We received an application from the county for a preliminary and final plat. This is for a farmstead split on 180th out towards Saddleback. The property is owned by Marcus DeVokie. Apparently Dave knows a little bit more about it. Apparently there was a house there at one point. There's just a cabin there now. And so this is within our fringe area 1, so it does require city council approval. And Dave will give us a little bit of his opinion on what he thinks of it.
Thanks, Cammy. Yeah, so this is right at the edge of Fringe Area 1, and this area was previously used as a residence. They've had a camper out there. It's an area just before you get to Taft, about a half mile out of town, south side of the street, and there's a wooded lot out there. Has a pretty good driveway going up to a hilltop. They have a cabin up there currently. The site plan shows 2 and a well. They're looking at that being within the boundary for the new lot. That's a 5-acre lot for the house. Don't really see any concern. It doesn't impact any future roadway extension or anything like that. Since it was previously used as a residential property, it's just returning that use to residential permanently instead of having the cabins or the camper out there. So again, it's right on the edge of Fringe Area 1, so we would review and provide comment, but I don't see any reason for concern on this. It would be residential use, and our fringe area and future land use would show that as low density residential.
So your options tonight are to, you could send it around to P and Z if you wanted them to do a review, or you can approve or deny.
Comfortable approving. I am too. I don't have any problem with it. You guys?
I'm in favor.
In favor.
I'll move to approve, resolution 2508.
All right, Duncan,
Yes.
Farland.
Yes.
Gabriel,
Yes.
Kramer. Yes. Whitehead.
Yes.
That takes us to item 15. Resolution number 2509, setting the bid date and public hearing for the Prairie Rose Lane reconstruction project. Cammy or Dave?
What, Dave?
All right.
Again, this is the project that Scott and I were looking at a while back. The pavement at the end of Prairie Rose Lane had deteriorated close to Windflower, a few hundred feet back. So this is a project to take out the center of that street and just a small area of curb and gutter. So the plan is to put this out to bid, receive bids on February 13th, and then hold a public hearing on the 19th at council at 5:30. So I recommend setting that public hearing and bid date.
Questions or concerns on that?
Nope.
Is that date and time in the resolution?
We'll add the 5:30s in. Do you have a specific time on the 13th, Dave?
2:00 p.m.
2 o'clock on the 13th and then at 5:30 on the 19th.
We have a motion for resolution 2509.
I'll move to approve resolution 2509.
No, second.
Duncan,
Yes.
Farland.
Yes.
Gabriel.
Yes.
Kramer. Yes. Whitehead.
Yes.
All right. That takes us down to other business, council committees.
No updates since last week.
All right. Suze, anything for quick report? Cammy, any comments?
Nope.
All right. Council comments?
Excited for budget season. You don't have to. He's got his finger behind his back.
I don't have any additional comments, with that. Takes us to item number 21, closed session. Do we have a motion to go into closed session?
I'll move to go into closed session. I'll second.
Duncan,
Yes.
Farland.
Yes.
Gabriel,
Yes.
Kramer. Yes. Whitehead.
Yes.
I'm gonna stop recording, Liz. We won't be very long.
Yeah.
Sure.